So, on the most recent episode of Globebusters, Bob seems to think that an equatorial mount for a camera or telescope is based on longitude and latitude. It's not. Sure, you can get computerized mounts, which will set up for you when you use your GPS or enter your longitude and latitude. But these are luxury devices and are not required. There are manual versions. An equatorial mount is lined up by orienting the elevation of the rotating axis to the north or south celestial pole, and then locking it into place. No coordinates are required for this process on a manual mount. After that, you just balance your telescope, point at your desired object, and it will always remain in the view along that single axis of rotation. And if you're lucky enough to have a motor for that, your target will always be in the center of view while the telescope or camera is moving on that one axis the entire time that it is visible in the day or night sky. That's what the device is for. And like I said, Bob's argument is false that longitude and latitude coordinates are requirements for this activity. But again, you can get computerized ones that will make this easier. Bob said that he is a AE map guy, and so is Jaron, and he said this in the same Globebusters episode.
And yes, I still believe in the AE model. I still believe that there is a dome over it, and I think that I have talked about my case enough to, give at least some evidence for that and why I believe that.
And also in the episode, Bob says that an equatorial mount works just fine on a flat Earth.
And yes, a telescope works fine. An equatorial mount works beautifully on a flat Earth. Why? Because we're on a flat Earth. It doesn't matter whether you look at the latitude and longitude. If you're going to do that, that's great. So it agrees with it. But the bottom line is if we came up with a different coordinate system, then in that coordinate system, the equatorial mount would work just fine.
So here's my challenge. Bob should produce a presentation on the next episode of Globebusters, preferably displayed in the beginning so I don't have to go looking for it. I wish to see, modeled in small scale or in 3D, remaining pointed at only one object, we'll say the sun or the moon, which Bob has stated is about 3,400 miles above the surface of flat Earth, and track that object only on one axis, showing how it can work over a simulated 10-hour time period as the target moves across the sky. The presentation should be simulated from anywhere in the lower 48 states. North Pole does not count because North Pole is the only place on the AE map where this actually functions. If you do this, Bob, and show that a camera or telescope can keep a simulated sun or moon centered in the view by moving only on one axis while not changing the sun or moon's altitude or speed, I will delete all the content on my channel. I will make a video of me facing a camera stating that Bob Knodel proved to me that flat Earth is possible. And you cannot use any undemonstrated claims such as perspective, refraction due to a dome, or otherwise. All things must actually be shown in your demonstration how they function to make this work. And no, I don't mean I'm going to do a Riley delete the channel saying that I'm never going to come back again, and then making another channel and coming back anyway. And definitely not a Your Curveless Earth challenge, where I say I'm going to delete my channel, and then when I'm shown that I'm wrong, I delete the challenge so that nobody ever thinks that it happened. I mean, delete and you will never hear from me again, and I will leave that video up on my channel indefinitely. If you cannot demonstrate this, then you accept my offer for reperforming the Eratosthenes experiment with multiple users during the March equinox, as I did previously. I will participate, and I will do everything that I can to see as many of my friends participate, such as Sean Hufford, Wolfie, Red's Rhetoric, Soundly, Jared, Geostraber, and as many more as I can get. And as I offered before, I will tabulate all the data live. You guys can even join in. Doesn't bother. If you refuse, then all that will come of this entire challenge is the knowledge that you lied about an equatorial mount functioning over the AE map. The choice is yours. And yes, I said lied. The reason why I'm saying lied as opposed to being wrong is because you stated that it does function beautifully. You did not say it should work just fine. If you said it should work just fine, you would just be wrong. However, you stated that it does work beautifully. And it is not a viable response to say that a new coordinate system has to be developed in order for it to function across flat Earth. As I just showed you, longitude and latitude are not a requirement for an equatorial mount. Now, I'm expecting you to just blow this off and call me a troll and a shill or whatever, name is hot this week, just because it's me. But I really hope, for the sake of integrity, that you actually take me up on this. I'll be looking forward to your response. You have a nice day.
Oh my God.